right, home service and automation pros. If you've been wondering how to assign a on-call technician to your voice AI, you're in the right place. So we're going to dive right in, right? This can be used for any advanced AI voice agent using either, we're showing you here in GoHighLevel is the workflows, but also we use it for retail and then voice flow. Any of those can be, we're just using the back-end automation here. All right, to assign a technician and then make that call connect between the technician and the contact, right, the user. All right, let's dive in. Again, it's back end that's built on HighLevel. All right, step one, you're going to build a custom value, right? You can call it whatever you want. This will be the name of your on-call service tech, right? We're using NFL QBs here, so Lamar Jackson currently is in there. Next up, step two is a custom field, right? So values are for company-wide, fields are per contact. So again, you can call it whatever you want. You're going to create a drop-down multiple choice. Call it whatever you want. Select the after-hours service tech, and then put in the names of your techs, right? And add none as an option. And then just save that. Then we're moving on. We're going to create a form, right? So that's in marketing or sites, my bad, and forms. And down here, we're going to create a simple little form. You're going to put in a little text box, and then you're going to pull that object field, right? So we had tech in the name, and it's probably hidden because we got it there. So there it is. You would just pull that over and create your form, right? That's already done on our side. Next up, you're going to go to sites and funnels and just create a simple little landing page. You'll have a subdomain that you have to assign to it, right? And all we're doing in here is creating a page that we're going to send to the business owner or manager or whoever the ability to select the service tech each and every day. So just creating a simple little landing page, right? Which looks like, well, look like that, but here's like the user experience. And so the owner or manager, just select your on-call tech, you hit apply. So we're going Josh Allen. We had Lamar Jackson, if you remember. So now if I come back over to our custom values and I refresh, we should have Josh Allen in there. And it might take 2 refreshes. And then a wait and see. All right, so we got Josh Allen. All right, next up, so we have our page, and then next up is our workflows. So now we're in automation, and we need 3 workflows to make this happen, right? First one, very simple one. We're just going to make an endless loop here. Let me decrease size a little bit. So no tag, you would just feed one person into this, and it would simply be a email going to, again, owner, manager, whatever. It's simply with a link to that landing page, right? Which allows them to then choose the on-call tech that day, right? Then it's going to wait a day between 4 and 5 p.m. and then it's going to loop right back around, send the email again, so you can, coordinate that within the hours you want. Next up, right? Once you select that and you hit that form, so the form is the trigger, it's going to create a contact, just a necessary evil of this process in HighLevel to get around it. And then it's going to look for who did you select? Lamar, Pat Holmes, Josh Allen, right? Then it's going to wait a few seconds just to process stuff. I actually don't need, so you're watching editing in real time. We don't need to assign here because we really, that's per user. That's going to happen a little later. So sorry, I meant to do that earlier. So all we're going to do is wait a couple of seconds, and then what we want to happen is to update the custom value, right? Which is that right there. this Josh Allen, right? Custom value. So, and we're going to manually type that in. All right, so you're going to create this and come in here and edit this here, right? Or we do it for you if you. and again, so you would do that separately for each choice, right? And then that's it. We're going to wait a minute, and then we're going to delete that unnecessary evil there of that contact. And then boom, I'm getting out of there. And then lastly, now the actual phone call happens, right? And if during that call, it's deemed the user wants an emergency call, if it's after hours and there's a fee involved, all that gets programmed into your voice AI, right? So if they still choose to go down that path, then the AI will trigger this. Right now in HighLevel, I didn't open that, but I will, and I'll show you that. How, that's just an action. Yeah, so you're putting something in the prompt to, when they want emergency service, to trigger the emergency service, you'd actually trigger this workflow. So it's very easy within HighLevel. And if this was you using Make or N8N for one of the advanced retail or voice flow or something, you would just use an inbound webhook, right? And then copy that into Make or N8N, fire your action, then you'll be able to fetch sample requests and load that payload in there, and then you'd have all the fields you need, right? But we're not doing that. So yes, delete that. Right. So instead, what's happening in this particular case is HighLevel is looking, or the AI is looking down here for the custom value. It's going to fire this workflow. It's going to come down here, look for who's in that custom value. In this case, it was Lamar, right? Josh Allen. And we're going to wait, and now we're going to assign it to the real technician. So actual staff users, right? So now we have assigned it to, that's myself there. And then we're going to add a tag that this client requested an emergency. We're going to add some notes up on that contact card saying what time they called, what the reason they called, who the tech was, when they called. All right. And then we're going to send them a text and an email saying, acknowledging their request, and that service tech will call them very soon, right? And then we're going to send an email and a text to the service tech who is assigned, saying, who called, they want an emergency, what the situation is. They're going to wait 30 seconds, and then we're going to do this nice call-on-call technician, right? So this action will send a call. It will call the on-call technician who is assigned, right? And it's going to whisper to them, alert, this customer has requested emergency service. Their name is so-and-so. Press any key to connect. And when they do, it'll call the caller or the user and then connect the two, right? And now the tech is off and running, getting details they need, and, off on the road they go. So there you have it. That's, and if there's none, sorry, I forgot that. So if there's nobody chosen, nobody's available tonight, it'll go down this path, wait a few seconds, and then it'll send a SMS and text telling to the customer, telling them there is no on-call tech tonight or right now after hours, but here's a link to our calendar for first available. And I'll send a email or whatever you want. You can change these to be SMS or emails, whatever your preferred method of notification is. In this case, it's an email to the office saying so-and-so called, wanted a emergency, we weren't available. Send them a link to the calendar, check the calendar, make sure they booked. If not, give them a holler, right? All right, hold on a sec, and I will show you the simple action in the HighLevel. Again, I showed you the webhook. That would be the trigger if you were using N8N or Make. If you're using HighLevel, even simpler, right? Pause a sec. All right, so now we're in voice AI agents, a particular, say that 10 times fast, a particular agent and off to their agent goals. And then you're looking at the actions down below. I should actually have this firing after the call, so my bad. Very simple. You just, when you create an action, we are going to trigger a workflow. Actually, sorry, my bad. Need to be in the after a call and then trigger it there, right? That's what I should have done. So points off. Instead, this is just a demo. I was doing it fast. My bad. No excuses. Should have done it properly after the call. Otherwise, the caller might have some more questions. Who is, and they can read that name. I should have mentioned that. So you can, of course, put in your prompt who the caller is, who the emergency tech is, if the caller asks for it. So the caller could extend that call, and you wouldn't want the tech to get the call connect while the caller is still on with the AI. So you would fire it after the call, all right? But simply, triggering a workflow, that particular workflow, and then just give it, user agrees to after hours emergency call charge in this particular sample of 149 and requests a call from our technician. And then what the agent says while it's being triggered. Okay, I sent a message to our on-call technician. He will call you very soon. You could put in the custom field right there who the name is if you want. All right, and you could put that in your prompts as well in your actions coming through automation software. All right, so there you have it. It's very doable, very reliable. We're going to do a test call here. This part I re-recorded. I was too damn slow, and so I didn't want to put you to sleep. So we'll cut now to a test call to show you how this works. So let's do a call and prove that it even works, right? Okay, let me find, that's our last call number. Okay, here we go.
This call will be recorded for quality purposes. Hello, and thanks for calling ABC Plumbing, Heating, and Air. I am Piper, their AI assistant here to help answer questions and schedule appointments. What can we help you with today?
Hey, Piper, I've got a leak coming from my second floor bathroom down into my living room.
Oh no, that sounds frustrating. Let's get this taken care of for you. How long has the leak been happening?
Just started today.
Got it. Since it just started, have you tried anything to stop or manage the leak so far?
Yeah, we turned the water off to the house.
That's a smart move. Turning off the water can really help minimize damage. Where exactly in the bathroom is the leak coming from? Is it a pipe, a fixture, or something else?
I think it's a pipe. I really can't tell. I could just, from upstairs I can't tell, and from downstairs just water coming through.
Understood. It sounds like it could be a pipe issue, but we'll need to take a closer look to confirm. Since this involves water coming through the ceiling, would you like to treat this as an emergency? I can connect you with our team right away, or we can schedule a standard service call. What works best for you?
Let's do an emergency, but could you pretend, I don't want to transfer, could you pretend that what if we were after hours? What would happen?
If this were after hours, we'd still be able to help with an emergency. There's a $149 charge for after-hours emergency service, which would go toward the cost of the repair if you proceed. Once you agree, I'd notify our on-call technician, and they'd call you back as soon as possible to get more details and head your way. Would you like me to walk you through that process?
Yeah, let's do that if you don't mind.
All right. Since this is an after-hours emergency, I'll need to take down your contact details so our on-call technician can reach you quickly. Let's start with your full name. Can I get that, please?
Mark Ambrose.
Thanks, Mark. I've got that. What's the best phone number for the technician to reach you at? Is that correct?
Yep.
Great, thanks for confirming. What's your email address so we can send you the details?
Mark at battleplan-marketing.com.
Thank you. I am confirming your email is mark@battleplan-marketing.com. Is that correct?
You got it.
Perfect. Lastly, can I get the property address where the service is needed?
123 Main Street in San Diego.
I am confirming the address is 123 Main Street, San Diego, California. Is that correct?
You got it.
Okay, I have sent a message to our on-call technician. He will call you very soon. Is there anything else I can assist you with while we wait for the technician to reach out?
Nope, we're all good. Thank you.
Thank you for calling ABC Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Have a great day.
Okay, now I got a text message saying confirmation to request for emergency service. Our on-call technician will, I better turn my ringer on, has been alerted and will be calling you soon. And then I also, because I'm the tech, I got another text saying this caller, Mark Ambrose, requested emergency service. You'll be getting a call connected in seconds. And there's my call.
This customer has requested an emergency service call. Their name is Mark Ambrose. Press any key to connect the call.
All right, and I just ended your call because I can't connect to myself, or I'll enter the Twilight Zone or something. So there you have it. You could use a series of workflows to execute and designate your on-call technician every single day, or if it's none, again, I showed you that path. It'll go down and it'll offer them your calendar link, and then it'll notify the office also that that person called and wanted emergency service. So there you have it. You can make things happen, folks. All right, create a great day.